Hi, it's me again, Angelia. So, I have something that just kind of burns my last nerve just a little bit about the network marketing industry. It's not so much about the industry, actually. It's about the idea that people seem to think that they can magically just one day decide, I'm going to be a network marketer. And they go and they find a company and they sign up and buy their kit if they need to buy a kit or whatever it is they need to do. And they magically say, I'm in business and I should have a profit right away. Okay, traditional businesses don't see an overnight profit. They can be in business for a year or even longer before they have a profit. And their expenses are way more than the expenses associated with starting a network marketing business. So why is it that people think that if they start a company and that first check isn't, the miracle that they were hoping for, it's a scam. It doesn't work. I just knew it wasn't going to work. Oh, this is just no good. There's something wrong with this company. Oh, these products, people just don't want them. Again, like I've said in a previous video, you can find a million excuses any day of the week. Okay, so it doesn't work like that. It's called network marketing for a reason, because there's some work involved in building a network marketing business. You have to be dedicated to treating this like you would any other business. If you went out and opened a major retail store or a restaurant, a movie theater, any of those things, and you put out hundreds of thousands of dollars or more, I guarantee you, you would get up and you would go to work. You would set time for your business. You would be dedicated to making it happen because you wouldn't want to lose all that money. Okay, that's why a lot of people say, that companies where there's a higher cost involved in becoming a distributor are better than companies where it's free to become a distributor. Because when people join a company that is free, they seem to, they're not real serious about it. If they have to spend a couple $100, they're a little more serious. If they have to spend $1,000, they're even more serious. Well, this isn't always the case. It is definitely not always the case. I've seen in the over 20 years that I've been in this industry, yes, there I go, alluding to my age. Okay, I'm no spring chicken. So anyway, I've seen it a lot. I've seen companies where the enrollment was free. I've seen enrollments over $1,000. And I've seen mixed reactions and levels of dedication from all of those. So there really is no one true answer to that. However, I don't understand how someone thinks they're going to build any business in a couple weeks, 30 days, 6 months, even a year. You have to be in it for the long haul. You cannot sit there and say it doesn't work 5 minutes after you got started. And I see a lot of people who, they sign up and then they don't do anything. They go and they put one post on their Facebook page and say, hey, I started this business. You need to try my such and such. No, not going to work. They don't get a response. All of a sudden, the negativity sets in. They just seem to think that there's some magic involved in starting a home-based business, that you should just automatically receive rewards for doing so. You should get those commissions and, all of that. It just doesn't work that way. You have to be committed. You have to put in the work. Okay? Granted, there's going to come times, your business is going to have seasons, just like everything else in life. You are going to have times where you have no shortage of people wanting to sign up as distributors with your company. You're going to have times where you can't find anybody who wants to be a distributor, but you can find a ton of customers, and vice versa. Then you're going to have, times where it's a slow period and you're just really not bringing in any new business. These things happen, but you have to stay committed to it. You have to commit to yourself. If you're going to put the time and the money into starting this business, if you're going to go out on a limb and let your friends know, hey, I'm starting my own business, then dang it, commit to it and do it, okay? So what I want to do real briefly is I'm going to talk about 5 things that you can do right now, today, that you can start implementing in your network marketing business. Or if you haven't started one yet, hey, you're that much farther ahead because now you're going to know these 5 things when you start. Okay, so 5 things that you can do right now, today, that will help you with your business, that will help you in the long run. Now, again, this is not going to happen overnight. But these are baby steps that you can take that are going to eventually become a cumulative effort that leads to your success. Now, what is that success? Success is different for everybody, and that's a whole nother video, and definitely we're going to do that. But right now, let's focus on the 5 things that you can do in your network marketing business to make things happen for yourself. Some of these things are really easy, okay? One of the first things is network marketing is about networking. It's about relationships. People join people. They don't just join a business. You know, I can go out and say, this company looks really exciting. I really want to check this out. I might want to be a part of that. And I might talk to somebody and I don't feel any connection with them at all. That's going to have an effect on whether I want to be in that business with them. So I move on to the next person. And I'm talking to them and I feel a connection with them. And I say, yeah, I think I'd like to work with this person. That's one of the things about network marketing. Pardon me. You get to choose who you work with. You don't have to sign up with this person. If you're prospecting and you come across somebody who you really just don't feel like they're going to be a good fit for your team, you don't have to sign them up. You know, it's just kind of like a regular business where there's an interview process. You're not always going to get the job. You're not always going to hire that person, whatever. You know, that's one of the beauties of this industry. You have a choice in your home business who you want to work with. But networking is a big thing, okay? You have to build relationships with people. You can't just go and add some friends on Facebook and start slamming them with your business proposals, so to speak. All of a sudden you haven't even said hi to them. You haven't tried to get to know them. You haven't done your little mini interview type thing of, hey, I'm so-and-so, and this is what I do. How about you? What do you do? You know, do you have children? Do you, are you a student? You know, whatever. You haven't tried to find out anything about them, but all of a sudden you're slamming them with your ads. Okay, so really, people don't like that. People don't like that. Build the relationship, okay? You can do little things, like as far as like with social media where building relationships is concerned. Facebook tells you when people's birthdays are. Take time to go tell them happy birthday. Alternate out whose posts you comment on and interact with so that you're constantly seeing different people coming through your your feed and interacting with different people. Pick a certain number of people each day or each week and send them a little message and just start a conversation with them. You know, that's building relationships on social media. You can also, there are places like Meetup and Eventbrite. You can find meetings in your area by simply looking them up online. You can pick something that you're interested in and you can go to that meeting and you will meet a lot of people there. And if you don't see a meeting that you like, you can host a meeting. You can set one up. There's all kinds of ways to network. So you just have to start building relationships and don't just be sitting there, you know, thinking that just because you meet somebody, the first thing you do is slam them with your business. It's just not the way you do things, okay? Get to know them. Let them get to know you. Let them see that there's, you know, something that you can do for them and they can do for you and that you guys kind of mesh. You know, build the relationship. The rest will come later. With your contacts, this is number 2. keep a log of those contacts. Especially if you're talking to a high volume of people, it gets hard. You're not going to remember where everybody's from. You're not going to remember what company are they with, or do they have kids, or you're not going to know what they like and what they don't like. Take notes. I know that might sound silly to you, but take notes. Start a little book with your contacts. So it can be a plain notebook. It does not have to be fancy. You can do it in a Word file, whatever. You can keep it on your phone if that's what you really want to do. I wouldn't recommend that personally, because if you are working with a lot of people, that's going to be a lot of stuff in your phone. So it just depends on where you're at and what you're doing. And if you want something that's portable that you have with you, then I guess, the phone would be good. But if you're going to be bogged down and can't get to the information because it's in your phone, then and there's so much of it to go through to get to the person that you're trying to reach out to at the time, it's going to make it more difficult. But keep notes of that stuff. And people will be surprised when you haven't seen somebody in, a month or a year or whatever, and all of a sudden you say, hey, Joe, how are your kids? I remember that your son was trying out for the basketball team. How did that go? Did he make it? All of a sudden, you care about that person. And that person sees that you have some level of investment in them. And they like that. And that helps you connect. And it's going to be really beneficial to your business. Now, the last three things I want to talk about are not necessarily, these are not in order of importance, okay? One of them is setting goals. When you first start your business, okay, maybe you just want to make an extra $500 a month. Write that goal down and then figure out what you have to do to get to that $500. How many new customers do you need? How many distributors do you need? Whatever, how much product do you need to introduce people to? Figure that out. Figure out what it is. Get with your upline. That's what they're there for. Your upline is there to help you. And if they're not, well, I'm sorry. Leadership is a responsibility. And your upline should be there to help you. Now, that doesn't mean they're going to hold your hand and do everything for you. They're not going to do that. That's not what they're there for. But they are there to guide you and help you and give you useful tips and things like that. Use your upline. If you can't get anything from your direct upline, they're not helping you, reach out to the one above them and just keep going until you get to somebody that will help you, that can explain things to you or whatever it is that you're needing at that time. Okay? But set those goals and look at those goals every day. Put it somewhere where you see it. I have a love affair with dry erase markers and my mirror, okay? Little strange because I'm kind of one of those nitpicky people who, if things are a little bit out of order, I just can't stand it. I like neatness. That's just the way I am. But I can write on that mirror and deal with it because you know what? I'm seeing it. It's in my face. I have to look at it, and that means I'm going to know what I need to focus on. I'm not going to lose sight of my goal because I'm going to see it in front of my face every single day. Okay, this is a business. It's just like any other business that you could be in. The only difference is you're at home. That means you can get easily distracted. You've got kids running. You've got TVs going all the time. You've got husbands and wives, significant others, family members, neighbors, people popping in and out, all hours of the day, and you're at home. And you're like, oh, I think I want a snack. So you run to the refrigerator. Oh, hey, there was that movie I wanted to watch. That TV is not going to get you to your goals. Run into the refrigerator for a snack every few minutes is not going to get you through to your goals, okay? So you have to have some discipline. You need to set some specific time. These are my hours that I'm going to work my business. It can be a certain amount of time each day. It can be so many days a week. Whatever it is that fits your schedule. You're the only one that knows that, okay? But during those times, your family, your friends, everybody needs to know, that's my work time. I don't want any phone calls. I don't want any kids running in here tattling on each other. I don't want anybody letting the dogs sneak in here and I need quiet. I'm going off to my space. I'm going to work on my business. It's my time, okay? You need to get that set up with your family, your roommates, whoever it is. You know, if you have to go somewhere else to do it, if that's possible, you have, you know, somebody to watch your children if you have children or what have you, do that. Whatever it takes, set those hours and stick to them. Those are your hours for your business. And without those, your business is not going very far, because network marketing only works if you work, right? Okay, I knew you knew it. Okay, you guys are great. So, the last thing I want to talk about is keep a calendar to schedule your tasks, okay? If you're using social media, you know, chances are you're not just using Facebook. You might be using YouTube. You might be using Twitter, LinkedIn, you know, Pinterest, Instagram, whatever you're using. Okay, schedule that out. I mean, there's tools that can help you schedule your posts and things like that, but still, you've got to set those tools up, okay? Set up times on your calendar that you're going to email leads, follow up with leads, that you're going to post about your business, that you're going to do your videos, time that you're going to go out in your community and interact in the community, trying to promote your business. Whatever it is that you're planning to do to build your business, set that calendar out in front of you and schedule these things out within the hours that you're working. That way, if you've already done this ahead of time, you don't have to say, oh, gee, it's my day to work on my business and I only have 2 hours today. I don't know where to start because there's so much to do. You already have that scheduled, okay? So what are those things that we just talked about that you're going to do that you can start right now, today, or that you can implement from the beginning of the time you start your home-based business if you don't already have one and you're looking to start one? You are going to build relationships. You are going to network with people, okay? You're going to network. You're not just going to assume that everybody you meet is a sounding board for you to be a mouthpiece about your business. No, 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 no. Just no. Please no. Okay? Build the relationships. Get to know the people. I promise you, not only is it good for business, it's fun. It's really fun. You connect with people. You get to meet people from all over the world in a lot of businesses. Some are only, you know, United States or what have you. But even in that, you still meet people from so many places. The diversity of people that you meet, it is so interesting. You can learn so much. And you can have such a good time meeting these people and talking to these people. And everybody you meet has something to teach you, and you have something to teach them. So it is so worthwhile. Okay, I know this video is getting a little long, so I want to cut it up here and get it off the chopping block, so to speak. But, so you're building your relationships. You're keeping a log of the information that you are learning about your contacts, okay? It's like homework, having a business. You're going to study a little, okay? I talked in another one of my videos about compliance rules and things like that. You're gonna have to study. You have to learn your products. You have to learn your company's rules. You have to, you know, there's a lot to learn. This is not just fun and games, okay? So that's something else that, you know, you're going to set into your calendar. You're going to keep something in your calendar that gives you time for studying and learning about your business and your products and things like that, keeping up with changes in your company. All those things, you know, your company calls or what have you, that's all going to be in your calendar, okay? Goals, short-term and long-term. Not just where you want to be right now when you're starting out in your business, but where do you want to be by the end of the year? Where do you want to be with this business in 2 years, 5 years? What is your ultimate goal with this business? Where do you want to be? At what level in your company, as many companies, most companies do have the levels, what do you want to be? What level is it that is going to make you happy, that you're going to feel that you've accomplished your goals that you set out to accomplish? Figure it out and put it down. Set your goals and make a list from whatever time to whatever time, okay? And then that set time that you have, it's yours. Act with that time the same way you would if you were punching a clock on a 9-to-5 job, okay? that is your work time. It is to be undisturbed. It is just for you, okay? Sure, you can call in sick, but if you call in sick, you need to go back and check on the goal sheet. See how many times you can call in sick and still get to those goals, okay? See how many times you can call in sick and still get where you want to go, okay? It's a business. It is network marketing. It is not fun and games. And there's a lot of fun and games involved, okay? But you still got to work. You can have fun while you're working, but you've got to work, okay? That's it. Y'all have a great one. Thank you. Bye-bye.